The Messenger is made possible with funding from the Specialist High Schools Major Program, also known as SHSM. Do you have your red seal?
Hello and welcome to The Messenger. My name is Abby Rogers. On today's show, Ashita, Sahaj, and Shane ask the teachers some tough questions. Clare Cashin shares her original music video she created for Norwell's favorite local band. Franceis Cuyler takes a look into the origins of one of Norwell's iconic murals. Kraehling recaps the varsity boys soccer season. Natasha Hoerdt takes a look at the much maligned pigeon. But first up, Elena Norris had the chance to look into something we haven't had in a few years here at Norwell, the semi-formal dance.
This year's first dance of the year, Semi-Formal, is coming up on Friday, December 16th in the EC Gray Gym. The dance will last from 6:30 p.m. till 9:30 p.m.
One thing that I'm looking forward to doing at Semi-Formal is hanging out with my friends.
The artist that I want to hear the most at Semi-Formal has got to be the Arctic Monkeys.
The one song I want to listen to at Semi-Formal is Barbie Girl.
The theme for this year's Semi-Formal is Neon Nights.
So Student Council has been working a lot on semi-formal, but mostly this year we've been passing on the responsibility to the leadership class. They've been doing a great job. As for our responsibility, we're looking into fundraising for the event. We're potentially going to be offering a photo booth. We're really going to try this year. We'll see what happens. But we're very excited because the last semi-formal we had was when I was in grade 9. I'm in grade 12 now, so it's been a while.
Bro, what does this do?
That?
Hi, I'm Saj, Shane,
Ashita.
and on today's episode of The Messenger, we're going around Norwell and asking random teachers questions.
Hello, and I'm here with
Mrs. Cribben.
And Miss Cribben, what would your top 3 celebrity crushes be?
Well, I would have to say Justin Bieber, number 1. And then number 2, definitely Justin Bieber. And then number 3, Eric Church.
Hi, today I'm with
Mr. Scott.
What's one thing that your students don't know about you?
One thing that my students don't know about me is maybe that I danced for 12 years.
Hello, I'm here with
Miss Dunning.
And what would your top 3 celebrity crushes be?
Okay, so we were just saying Charlie Hunnam.
Yeah.
Thor. I'll just double up on the Thor. Yeah. It's all about the long blonde hair. My newest crush is on the new Rings of Power, Lord of the Rings.
It is my time to shine. Take that, my guidance counselor from high school.
I'm here with
Mr. Holland.
What's one thing that your students don't know about you?
No comment.
You gotta make a comment.
I have to make a comment?
Yes.
I ate a live octopus one time.
How did you eat the octopus?
Well, I did one where they take like a baby octopus and they wrap it around a chopstick and you put it in your mouth head first and it slides down that way. And the guy reached in and pulled out the octopus and then he cut it up. But the tentacles are all still moving on the plate and you just put your like chopsticks and stuff in the plate and they climb up and you eat them that way. 2 different ways. Stay in school.
Hi, and I'm with
Mr. Vane.
Mr. Vane, if you were stuck on an abandoned island and you could only bring 1 book, 1 movie, and 1 album with you, what would you bring?
I think I'd bring Peace by Gene Wolfe, which is a really, really excellent novel. Empire Strikes Back. The Empire Strikes Back. I think definitely The Empire Strikes Back. And then album, I'm going to say Led Zeppelin 2.
now playing The Messenger.
Hello, Norwell. Do you still need your 40 hours? Well, I found out a great way to do so. The Drayton Festival Theatre could be a perfect way to earn your hours, especially if you wouldn't want to spend an entire week straight volunteering. The minimum time commitment to be a volunteer there is only one shift every 2 weeks. To gain a bit more knowledge about volunteering at the theatre, I asked a former volunteer, and this is what they had to say.
Oh, how was my experience? Oh, it was amazing. I learned lots of stuff. I learned how to talk to old people. My name is Logan Slade, and I volunteered at the theater for like 2 months. Recommend other students to volunteer? Definitely. It was an amazing experience, and I learned lots of social skills. Did I get all my 40 hours? Yes, I did.
As a volunteer at the theatre, you could end up doing things such as ushering, greeting people as they come in, and acting like a very welcoming host and support guests to ensure that their experience is amazing. The skill that is highly valued to be a volunteer there is to have excellent customer service skills and making sure to leave a great impression. If you are interested in becoming a volunteer at the Drayton Theatre, you can visit their website draytonentertainment.com and fill out the volunteer interest form.
This mural was produced by Art Council, which was a group of students in the school for a number of years. This particular one was done about 10 to 15 years ago. Arts Council put on events, did lunchtime activities, they helped with the productions of plays, musical concerts, and did art installations around the school, organized field trips, etc. So that was student-driven. For this particular mural, we had a contest in the school to design a mural to represent the arts at Norwell because we did not have a mural for the arts. And submissions were taken, and I believe Arts Council went through them all. They all voted, and this was the chosen design. It was then tweaked by the artist according to the parameters of the space that we had to do it in, and then executed by Arts Council. Putting up a mural, it happens in stages. So at first we would project the image that we had designed onto the wall, gray line it, and then the students would come and color it in. So a lot of people helped with that stage. It doesn't take a lot of skill. It's basically a coloring book at that point. And then we added, layers and texture and extra colors. So it pumped it up that much, and then we did all of the black lining and highlights at the very end to finish the mural off, including the border.
Okay, where should I put my hands?
Wherever is comfortable.
Yeah.
You're the town, just become town.
I am the town, that's right. I think I've been coaching the soccer team now for at least, we had 2 years where there was no team because of the pandemic. So I'm going to say this is the third or fourth year that I've coached the soccer team. Well, this year was a little bit different because we had to run a varsity team, so it was kids ranging all the way from grades 9 to grade 12, where in the past I've coached the junior team, which is of course grades 9 and 10. So a little bit different in that sense in terms of the competition, as most of the teams that we played were just a senior team, so grades 11 and 12, so we were a little bit younger on the field than some of the other teams. I was very confident. They're great kids, great young athletes, a lot of hustle, a lot of heart. It was fun watching a lot of the guys grow and develop on the field, and I thought that they always put their best foot forward. Soccer pun. Oh, for sure. As the year went on, it was amazing to see some of the confidence develop in some of the younger players. Like I said, if you're playing against guys who are in grade 11 and 12 and you're only in grade 9 or 10, it's a bit of a jump, so it was really good to see. The season standings, we missed the playoffs by 1 or 2 points. There was a few games there where we came up just short. that had the winds blown the other way, or perhaps the ball bounced a little bit more in our direction, we would have been playing in the semifinal today. Yeah, semifinal would have been today, but we missed it, but that's okay because there's always next year. All right, go Varsity Reds.
Pigeons. When you think of them, you think of the wild bird roaming the streets, eating bread. But what if I told you that pigeons were like cats and dogs? They were the normal pets that everyone had. So why do they have such a bad rep, being called flying rats? In some places, the pigeon population in the wild is high, along with the misconception that pigeons carry diseases. While pigeons do have a wide variety of diseases, as would any animal, most of them aren't transferable to humans. You're actually more likely to get the bird sick than the bird is to get you sick. Research suggests that the domestication of pigeons occurred as early as 10,000 years ago and was the first domesticated bird. Pigeons have made contributions of considerable importance to humanity, especially in the times of war. In war, the homing ability of pigeons has been put to use by making them messengers. There's a big difference between wild and domesticated pigeons. There are three main types of pigeon: wild, fancier, and racers. Of course, there are many more, but those are the main three. Wild pigeons are the normal ones everyone thinks about when they hear pigeons. The second thing people think about is racing homers. It is a huge sport. The sport of racing pigeons may go back at least as far as 220 AD. Pigeons are bred to make what's called racing homer pigeons, which have a great sense of direction and speed. But be careful, they still need to be trained. The breeder will let two purebred homing pigeons have a baby. Once it is old enough to fly, the breeder will let the baby out. And while he or she watches for predators, it allows the baby to explore its home. After a few months, the baby will get to know what the yard and the surroundings look like. Once the breeder feels like the baby knows its home, they will take it down the street and let it go. The baby will then fly up, look around, before flying in a circle like a spiral, until it sees something familiar. It will then fly straight home. The breeder will repeat this, going in all directions from their home and go farther and farther. Then it's off to the races. Whatever bird gets home first, with calculated distances and speed, wins the breeder money. The last breed is the fancier pigeons. Wait, you didn't think that was a pigeon? Yup, it is. This pigeon breed is called a frill, known for their wide variety of colors and patterns, their small beak along with their crown, and the parting of feathers on their chest. Whether or not you want them as just a pretty pet or participate in shows, a frill is a perfect breed for all. There is so many different types of breeds and colors and patterns. The genetics are so fascinating. This makes every breeder unique with their own special breed. The Queen of England and Mike Tyson also own pigeons. Here's some of the cool breeds.
The Messenger is made possible with funding from the Specialist High School's Major Program, also known as SHSM. Do you have your red seal?
That's all the time we have for today. I hope you enjoyed our look back on the Messenger. And from all of us in the Comtech class, thanks for watching and click the subscribe button below. Go on. What are you waiting for? Click the button.